this is what usually happens. It usually happens when teams are about to fall apart. And I'm saying this as a Jet fan. I'm saying this as a supporter of the New York Jets. When you hear something come out from the press or the team, and you hear that something is going on in the front office, you know it's time to drop the hammer. And Joe Douglas, for some reason, is a nice guy. I've met Joe Douglas. Very, very nice guy. Seems like he's down to earth. He's open for some suggestions or whatever you call it. But this team, over the last 2 seasons, have had 7 wins. 7 wins each year. With the talent that they have on this team, defensively, the front 7, and even the secondary, probably the best overall secondary in football. When you talk about corner play and Sauce Gardner and Reed and Michael Carter, who's going to expect a big contract in the offseason, as he's probably one of the best slot corners in all of football. When you have this kind of talent, and you can only put up 7 wins with, by the way, Aaron Rodgers as your star quarterback, who only played for 4 snaps when he was raving and rattling out that flag in front of all those stars and all those lights on Monday Night Football. That tells me one thing, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Rodgers not only has hurt this team, Aaron Rodgers has Woody Johnson's ear. And I know everybody keeps saying that Aaron Rodgers loves Robert Saleh. Aaron Rodgers loves Joe Douglas. Oh, he wants to work with this team. He wants to work with these guys moving forward. How do you know if Aaron Rodgers doesn't have Woody Johnson's ear telling Woody Johnson, hey, you know what? We need a better GM. This GM doesn't know what he's doing. Oh, we need a better coach. Even though I love him, I love his personality, we can't win with him. And we all know that McCarthy could be available next year. We all know that. Mike McCarthy, there were stories coming out that him and Aaron Rodgers at the end of his Green Bay Packer career, as far as McCarthy is concerned, they weren't getting along. I don't believe that. And I do believe Aaron Rodgers knows that he's won a Super Bowl with Mike McCarthy. Now, I'm not throwing out a story. These are stories that do come to fruition usually when you hear stories of a coach might being let go by an NFL team that, by the way, doesn't know how to win the big game because they don't have a winning quarterback and they don't have a winning mentality in the Cowboys. Joe Douglas comes from an organization that doesn't win. They don't win. I'm a Jet fan. I know we don't win. And every single year, it's our year. It's our year. Look what we got. Look what we brought in free agency. Look what we drafted. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, we have the defensive rookie of the year. Oh, we have the offensive rookie of the year. Oh, we got Aaron Rodgers. Oh, my God, we're the best. And every single year, something happens early in the season. Some choke artist or some injury happens to this team, and there's an excuse after an excuse after an excuse. And then Zach Wilson, by the way, and I will say this, Joe Douglas has been protecting. And why is he protecting him? Because he drafted him. He decided at number 2 that this guy was the second best player in the draft. But right now, this team is nothing if Aaron Rodgers isn't healthy this year. This team right now is trying to find ways to make this organization look even worse than they have been over the years. And I'll say it again. I don't know why this organization, is telling press or anybody, writers, that what's going on behind closed doors. Because when this happens, ask Rex Ryan, when this happens, everything happens fast. Everybody falls flat on their faces and look like a bunch of jackasses. And right now, this team, Robert Saleh, he lost the team last year in the second half. In game number 11, this team was absolutely done. Okay? They were done. And this team right now does not trust this coaching staff. As we've seen in the offseason, them moving on from one coach to another coach to another coach and bringing in new guys. That doesn't help the problem right now. The leadership of this team sucks. It sucks. And every single thing comes from the top. And who's speaking up on the top? The owner, Woody Johnson, who's throwing his coach, his GM, his quarterback, who, by the way, he was backing when they drafted him 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It's ridiculous. It's a joke.